With 2022 starting, here's some things that the NBA needs to leave in 2021. Number one is the COVID protocols. I know as a fan, it is so frustrating just to see your team just decimated by these protocols. It's like every night there's at least 3 to 5 more players out on every team with these protocols. And I know these players have been kind of fed up about it too. LeBron said that a lot of players look like, he put the thing on Instagram, a cold, flu, anytime you're coughing or if you've been in contact with anyone that looks like they might be sick, you're getting put into protocols. Draymond Green was upset with games getting postponed because one team can't stay out of protocol. There's been a lot of fight back from these players with these protocols. It seems like they're a little intense, a little strict. A lot of players saying free me and stuff on Twitter a lot. And I don't think you could have multiple negative tests, but they're still not letting a lot of players play. So COVID protocols, I think they're a little too strict. Maybe you need to loosen them up a little bit or reevaluate how we do it because it's kind of intense the way it has right now. The whole league is out basically. Number two, to stay on the COVID subject, is the vaccine mandate. To me, I don't really care that there is a mandate for the cities or states. It makes sense, the New York doesn't want Nets or Knicks players that are not vaccinated to play. LA doesn't, or California doesn't want Warriors, Kings, Lakers, Clippers players that aren't vaccinated to play. But it only applies to the home teams. It doesn't make sense to me as someone on the road can go play in New York. For example, earlier in the year, Bradley Beal was not vaccinated, which he is now. He was playing in New York. He was playing in LA. And it just never sat right with me. Like, why are we allowing players to play if they're unvaccinated, but a guy like Kyrie has to sit at home who's unvaccinated, seeing another unvaccinated player play on his court right now? So for me, I'm like, if we're gonna do the mandate, let's keep it the same energy for home and away. I just think it's unfair. I don't like the way the rule is. They need to change it. Another thing is the above the head fouls. I know this year we did a great job of getting rid of the jump, the shooter going into the defender and drawing a foul. We got rid of that, which was great. We really needed that gone. But the above the head flagrant is honestly ridiculous. It's terrible that if you hit someone above the neck, it's an automatic flagrant one. Sometimes, yes, they do deserve it because it was a kind of a dirty play. Maybe an automatic foul. I agree. It should be like an automatic, let's go look at it and replay. I agree. But an automatic flavor one, just you hit someone above the neck, is kind of ridiculous to me. I think that rule needs to be changed, needs to be tweaked. I know we want to keep players safe, but I think that's a little too much in my opinion. The editor coming in here. I had this video finished and edited everything, and I just thought of one more thing we have to leave. That sweep through that Chris Paul does, that he gets a foul on every single time, is complete garbage. Please take it out the NBA. Please, man. Chris Paul be doing that all the time, so I don't like his ass. Number 4 would have to be mainstream sports media. Now, not all of them are bad, and I know people complain about them all the time. We do understand that a lot of it's for entertainment. The Skip Baylesses of the world, they're here for entertainment, not necessarily for the best, analytical analysis of what actually happened. But some of these sports media it's just like we have so much of it, so many shows, and they're all saying the same things and same topics, and we're talking about the same players, same teams. I know a lot of people always say, well, can we stop talking about the Lakers? Well, it's hard to not talk about the Lakers when everybody that either hates the Lakers or likes the Lakers is talking about the Lakers. It's hard to not talk about the Warriors when everyone that hates the Warriors or likes the Warriors talking about the Warriors, It seems like to talk about the same teams all the time. We don't really get new, fresh teams in there. And me being a LeBron fan, I don't get as upset about it because sports media is usually covering who I want to see cover. But some of these lower market teams, I understand why, you get upset. Now, granted, you don't bring in the views, so it makes sense why they don't cover you guys. But there should be a little happy medium where some of these teams are getting a little more coverage because players like De'Aaron Fox that never get talked about, if he was with the Lakers, this would be a guy everyone's talking about, should he make the All-Star game, make the All-Star team? I mean, this guy's killing it every year. Number 5 or 6, I'm kind of losing track, but let's go on to the next one. Zion Williamson. Now, I was high on Zion Williamson coming out of high school and out of college, and I'm still high on his career. I think he still has a chance to have a good career. I think I saw a stat that said he's played more games than Embiid did in his first couple years, so he's very young in his career, and we still have a chance to see him, flourish and see who he really should be. But I think this should be a sign to NBA that they need to stop forcing stars upon us. I think Zion Williamson was a prime example of a guy that they said, hey, he's going to be the face of the league, and we don't care if you think he's going to be or he's not going to be. We're going to make him the face of the league regardless. And we saw commercials. We saw them, the way they advertised him. They always talked about a mainstream medium covered him all the time. And it didn't seem like Zion, personally, was wanting that spotlight. It seemed like he was just a guy who wanted to go out there and have fun and play basketball. And it seemed like they were kind of forcing him and forcing us to love him and be fans of him. And I just don't think that was right to any side, us or Zion. So I think I'm kind of happy that Zion, I think we need to fully pull back on Zion and let him be the player he wants to be. And maybe he'll perform better now. I understand right now he's out of shape and all that. I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to criticize the man. I don't know what he has going on. But as far as just mainstream media, please stop with these stars that you think there should be stars and you're forced it down our throat. Like, you shouldn't have been covering Zion that much. You should have been covering Luka. Now you cover Luka. You know, it took you a while. It took you a while to cover Giannis. Like, there's guys that are ready for this, but you try to get the guy that looks like, oh, he's it. You try to predict the star. No. Leave it in 2020. Another one is, bring this actually back. We need Christmas Day jerseys. I'm tired of watching Christmas Day games with the same jerseys. Christmas Day jerseys were the dopest thing ever. Everyone loved them, and you made money from them because you could sell them, maybe limited edition. People want those jerseys. They were cool. People made shoes for those jerseys. Like, bring back Christmas Day jerseys, bring back Christmas Day shoes. We want fun Christmas Day games again. Please bring those back. Please get rid of just wearing the regular jerseys. Like, no, we want Christmas Day jerseys. Please. We need to also get rid of 82 game seasons. Like, we talk about it every year. Shorten the season. Every year. Shorten the season. And we still haven't done it yet. Please, shorten the season. I don't know if it's like 60 to 70, whatever it has to be. Shorten the season. 82 games is way too much. Streaming back-to-backs. Too much on players' bodies. Just shorten the season. Come on. Like, this has been asked too much. Another one to kind of go back on the Zion Williamson topic is the overreaction we do to rookies. This is more so just as a fan perspective and media. When a player is in his second or third year, or even his first year, and we're just saying he's a bust, he's this, he's that, like, you got to give guys 4 to 5, sometimes 6 years to really get to who they are. Like I said in my previous video, basketball is a situational thing. You got to let guys get into the right spot. Sometimes you get drafted to a place that's just not good for you. Maybe it's not good for your family, not good for your health. Maybe it's just not good for your play style. Maybe there's a guy starting in your position. Maybe you're a point guard and you're on a big market team like the Lakers or somewhere, and you can't grow the way you need to grow because they want you to be Magic Johnson day one, aka what they did with Lonzo Ball. See what Lonzo did when he left that and he was able to, grow as a player. Sometimes you need that. So we need to stop being so fast on these hard on these players. It's their first year out. They're 19 or 20. And we're like, oh, you're not this, you're not that. No. Give them 4 to 5 years. I think that 2 to 3 years, then he's a bust, is terrible. 4 to 5 is a real evaluation of how a player really can perform in this league. And usually then, if it's 5, 6, and they're still not, progressing, then you can start bringing out the, he didn't pan out to who he's supposed to be. Because there's a lot of guys who are just late bloomers. Lonzo's just now getting there where he needs to be. Brandon Ingram got there when he left LA. There's a lot of other guys like that. I can't think off the top of my head, but there's a lot of other guys that just are late bloomers that we need to give them time to develop as a player. I mean, look at Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid really didn't get going until about his 3rd, 4th year because of all the injuries. So give them time. That's kind of where I was going back with Zion Williamson. That Zion Williamson, a lot of people saying his career's over. It's not over yet. He still has a lot of time. He's very young. But we just need to give him time and stop putting him in the media so much and give him time to develop as a player and give him time to get his health right and get back in NBA shape. Last thing I want to leave are the Portland Trailblazers. This is a team that has been underperforming for the last 5 years, I'm pretty sure, maybe longer. I'm tired of seeing people talk about them. We understand this team is nothing unless they break up that team, and they don't want to break up Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. Let's stop covering them. Let's just stop talking about them. Let's stop getting national television games. Okay, that's kind of wrong. Damian Lillard is a top 5 point guard. We should give national televised games. He deserves it. But we need to stop talking about them as contenders. I think it's slowly starting to fizzle out. People really stop talking about them, but I still hear little people put in Portland every once in a while. Like, nah, cut it out. Portland's done. Portland is not doing anything until one of those two go. Preferably both of them go and they build a whole new team. that shouldn't be a team that we should even think about as doing anything until anything happens over there. But yeah, that's my opinion on things we should leave this in 2021. Let me know in the comments if you guys think there's anything else we should leave. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to this video. Love you guys. Peace out.